And they began to realize, after they got all the toilet paper home enough for 3 years, they began to realize that maybe the real thing we should be concerned about is, will we have enough food on the shelves of the grocery store? And where does that come from? And how's it going to get here? And people don't think about the implications of a COVID situation on farming, on farm supply businesses, on transportation, distribution, processing of food. And ultimately, they just think about the grocery store. They are inconvenienced because they need to go, according to the arrows, up and down the aisleways of a grocery store. They have to wait outside before admission, or they have to keep distance as they wait for the checkout counter, not thinking about all the steps that are in between there and that basket of groceries that you're getting ready to pay for.
Yeah. So are we heading towards a disaster type of stuff because of COVID?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not. The food supply is extremely resilient. And I think this is one of the things that people, need to understand, is that we have immense distribution. We have immense systems in place to ensure that our food arrives cheaply, safely, dependably to the consumer. Now, with all of that being said, there are parts of the food system that are of concern to me, and that is the area of fresh produce and perhaps fruits and vegetables in particular. And you live in California, so you're not far away from a lot of those production areas. And the concern I have really is surrounds the ability of farmers to attract enough workers. And a lot of these are foreign workers. In Canada, we depend on a lot of foreign workers, Jamaican, Mexican workers, to come in to harvest the crops and work with those farmers. Canadians or Americans listening to this say, well, just hire Americans, just hire Canadians to go pick those vegetables. I guarantee you at, a 90-degree day, you'd last about all 5 minutes. So these people are resilient. I don't want to do it. Yeah. And secondly is you don't have a clue on how to do this stuff. I mean, no. These people are trained year after year. They show up at the farm and they work hard. They get paid fairly, and they pick the fruits, vegetables, package them, whatever, and then they go back home after the harvest season is done, and they know what to do, and they've been doing it for year after year. So, a typical American or Canadian wouldn't have a clue what to do. Show up on the farm. In fact, it would create more work for the farmer, not less, because you would have to train you on what the heck to do, and you haven't got a clue. Right. And so, picking a tomato at the right ripeness, plucking off the right bunch of grapes at the right time, those are kind of an art form. You have to be taught.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I did not realize that at all. That was kind of the issue, was with labor and having enough people to do all this.
Huge. That and the other area, Travis, that's of concern is processing facilities. So think a meat packing plant where the meat is harvested from the hog or chicken or cow. You do have a large number of people working together in a processing facility. Same thing with milk. You've got a large number of people working there in the processing facility. And keep in mind that those facilities are there because they are regulated by the USDA, or in Canada by the CFIA, to ensure that the food arrives safely. So, when you're butchering a cow or something, there's all kinds of contamination opportunities in that system. And our plants today are designed to minimize the transmission of E. coli or salmonella. So you don't hear much about that because our system is resilient in that way. But it also puts a lot of people together because of economies of scale into one area. And so that, to me, those are the real big concerns that I have, would be workers on farm, adequate workers on farm to harvest and to work under high value added foods like fruits and vegetables. The processing plants are a vulnerability. Generally, transportation and distribution isn't a big deal. The other area that's a bit of a pinch point is farmers themselves. When you consider that a lot of our farms out here in Canada are 5, 10, 15, 30,000 acres and may have between 5 and 15 employees, those employees at springtime and harvest are essential to getting the crop in and off the field in a short time frame. So we want to make sure that the workers and the farm itself is safe from disease transmission. So the incubation of the farm employees during these peak seasons is also something that our farmers have had to manage and deal with.
This is interesting because I mean, it's not like I'm following agricultural news, meticulously every day, but from what I've always heard is that the things are getting more automated and things like that. So I wouldn't have thought that this would be a concern.
Well, they are getting more automated. I mean, it wasn't that long ago a farmer fed 20 people. Today, one farmer's feeding 200 people. And so that economy.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. This is my dog, Murphy, and these are dog treats. Now I'll give Murphy one of these dog treats, and all you have to do is press the like button. Just press that little like button right down there at the bottom of this video, and this sweet, adorable, cute little puppy gets a treat. All thanks to you. All right, you did it? Okay, I believe you. You said you did it. There you go, Murph. She got that treat because of you. Now, I'll eat one of these treats. And all you have to do is click that subscribe button right there, pointing to it. Just click that subscribe button, subscribe to Curiosityness with me, Travis DeRose. Get lots of good video, and I'll eat this treat. All right, you did that too? That's not very good. Bro, not very good.